Hi, it's Maureen. Welcome back to my channel. I'm way overdue for sharing my July plan with me video, but here it is. If you're new to my channel, I hope you get some inspiration from this video. Here's my June flip through, ladybugs and lots of things for the beginning of summer. This month, my theme is a little bit ocean, some beach, sand, and blue crabs. I'll be using the Seaside Bay stamp set. I'll also be using Pool Party, Coastal Cabana, Balmy Blue, Crumb Cake, and Night of Navy ink pads, all from Stampin Up. I'll also use my Zig pen, some Staedtler pens, and a watercolor painter. Let's first get started with some watercoloring. I've done some watercoloring in the past and I've really had a lot of fun doing it, so I thought I would do it again for this month. I hope you enjoy it. I'm starting off with Pool Party and I use a stipple brush to just give a little bit of definition in there, and now I'm using the watercolor painter to add that Pool Party ink to the bottom of the page, and then I'm going to add some Balmy Blue ink to the top. You can see that I'm using the ink refill to add a little bit more ink into the lid, and that just helps me to get a deeper hue of blue for the top of the page. So you can see I am making this page so that the blue is at the top to look like the sky, and then the bottom is like the ocean. Now I'm adding some shells and some sand to make it look like a beach. So even though I am just getting my July set up, this is a theme that you could also use for August. So if you're already set for your July, feel free to try this out for August. Also, if you don't have stamps, you could just draw this. You could draw some crabs, you could draw shells, and then add sand using markers. I have a question. I'm wondering if you like all the details when I am filming or sharing my bullet journal. Do you like all the details, or would you just like me to chat a little bit about what I'm doing but not go so deep into the details? Leave me a comment and let me know what it is you prefer. What's your preference? Do you like all the details, or would you like a little less and some other information? Because I'm trying to figure out if I should change it up a little bit. Now moving on to my calendar page. My calendar page, my squares are 5 by 5. I always do 5 by 5 because I find that I can make everything fit in the 5 by 5 section. So again, I am using my water painter here, and I am adding the Pool Party ink at the bottom of the page, and then I am going to add that Balmy Blue at the top so that it looks like the sky. I am having so much fun when I use my watercolors. I feel like I am getting to be more creative with my spreads, and it's just another outlet for me. So I feel like I'm painting. I mean, I kind of am painting, but not really, but a little bit, maybe so. So I'm enjoying it. I hope you are enjoying the watercoloring as well. Here I am putting an outline around my calendar. I am adding some more shells, and I am adding that sand as well. Next, I'm adding my crabs, blue crabs to be more precise. I know that crabs can be in different colors, but just to make my page all connect and come together, I thought blue would be the perfect color for the crabs in my bullet journal setup here for this month. And here we go, and now I'm just going to add July at the top. It took me a while to get this together. I know I'm a bit late with it. I just got back from a trip to Costa Rica, and when I was getting ready for Costa Rica, I could pick one. I could either get my bullet journal together and film it, or I could pack and be ready and calm for my trip. So I decided to pack and be ready and calm for my trip, and I would just do my bullet journal when I got back. But you can see I took my bullet journal with me, and I started to put some things in there for my 1 line a day. So this is my 1 line a day page, and even though the setup wasn't complete, I did start adding some things in there because I didn't want to forget about the fun that I was having. So I did add that in there ahead of time. So you can see that I am just adding more of that Balmy Blue ink to the top of the page. I have this water painter is pretty cool because in the body of the water painter, you can add water to it, and then you can just squeeze water into the lid there where I have my ink refill. So you can see I'm adding more ink into the lid here, and then I will use my water painter and I can squeeze a little bit of water down there, and it gives me a nice pool of ink to use for my painting. So it's a lot of fun, and I can add a lot of color or a little bit of color based on how much water I add into the lid. So here I am just using that pool party ink and adding it to the bottom of the page. Again, making it look more like the ocean at the bottom and the sky at the top. So much fun. And so what I'm creating on the right side is my brain dump. And with the brain dump, I don't always include a brain dump with my layouts, but I decided to add that in for this month. And it's just a page to add whatever is on my mind. So things that I'm thinking of for the month of July, I just started watching the series Suits, which is pretty old. But Meghan Markle is in there, and a lot of other people. Angela, is her name Angela Torres? I think that's her name. Somebody Torres. If you know, you can put it in the comments. But anyway, it's a very good series, and I just got started, and I'm on season 3 already, and I think there's like 8 seasons. So this might be what I'm doing all summer. I'm also listening to a book called Crazy House. So I am on my second of the series, and it's by James Patterson and Gabrielle Plummer, and it's a really good book. I've been listening to it on Audible, so you could do that, or you could actually buy or borrow the book and read it, but I'm enjoying listening to it. So those are some things that I'm going to add in my brain dump as a, because those are things that I'm doing, those are things that I'm thinking about. Here on my page, you can see that I am using this chamois here. It's a way to clean my stamps. So when my stamps, when I want to change colors, I can just rub it in there. That is a product by Stampin Up, and it's a great way to clean your stamps. A lot of fun. Now I am working on my summer bucket list. I don't always create a bucket list, but a bucket list is a fun thing to add in. And so what I'm doing with this page, I'm just going to make a list of all the things I want to do for summer. Like things I want to make sure I accomplish this summer, like going to the beach. I kind of already did that, but I want to go to a New Jersey beach as well. So I'm going to add that on this page. And also things like a food truck affair, because sometimes there are food truck events in my area, and I want to attend one of those. I'd like to go to the park and hear music in the park, and just attend some festivals. So I'm going to list a lot of things on these pages, and then I'm going to check them off as I do them, and hopefully I get to them, and hopefully I have a lot of things on there. One of the things that I do as well is ask my children things that they want to do for the summer, and then I add that as well. So like, what are some things you want to make sure we get to, and then I add that on our bucket list with my family. So here I am getting set up with my weekly. So I'm just going to share one weekly with you, although I will be adding other weeklies in. And if you want to see my other weeklies, you can check me out on Instagram, Maureen's Bujo Life, and you'll see what I do for my other weeklies for the month of July. I'll also be posting them on Facebook, and all of that will be in the description. So you can check me out there. And here you can see I am, again, creating that beach-like scene where there's the ocean at the bottom. I have my sky. I'm writing in the days of the week. And let's see what else we have fun going on here. I don't know if you can see it very well, but I wrote the days of the week in black, and then I also added the dates using my Tombow marker. It's a Tombow, I think it's a 99. Let's see. I'm not sure, but I'm going to put it in the description and you can see there which Tombow I'm using. But I just like how it has a very softness to it where the dates are, and then the days are in the Zig pen. And there you go. On the left side, I'm writing the word tasks, and since it's summer, I don't have as many tasks to do as, you know, like the regular part of the year when I am teaching. I do have more tasks that I have to add in, but in the summer, there's a little bit less that I need to get done. So I'm going to now add in some sand and shells, trying to get it in between those boxes. So that's why I'm using these pieces of paper, so that it doesn't go into the box, but I want to stamp in between the boxes. So it's a great way to mask in between if you don't want your ink to get to certain places. So it looks like the sand is behind the boxes and just continues on. And I'm adding my crabs. I'm going to add some lines for tasks at the bottom, and then that way I can list the things that I want to get done. Off the screen, I think I'm going to, or off camera, I'm going to add a video. Not a video, but a quote there. But here is my final flip through. So thanks for tuning in. Please share this video with a friend. Hit the thumbs up and subscribe. Also, click the bell icon to get notified when I post a new video. All items used are linked in the description, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.